I'm 30 years old and 5 weeks post-op from my total knee replacement, and I wanted to talk about what I am currently doing at physical therapy. I have loved going through TikTok and social media and seeing what others are doing in their recovery, so I just wanted to add my typical physical therapy routine that I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. We started all of these exercises around 3 weeks post-op. So when I go to PT, the first thing I do is I do the bike. I am able to do a full rotation now because I'm past that 90-degree bend mark. Typically that's where they see the most success going around. I am using both the bike that you climb over and sit on top of, and also the bike that you sit back on and go. It really depends on how many people are at physical therapy that day and what bike is open. So that's my warm-up. We do that for about 10 minutes. Then we go over and start doing squats using the TRX straps. So this is typically right here what it looks like, but it's really holding the straps and making sure we're getting that bend. We do 3 sets of 10 for those. Again, that starts warming the knee up with the bend more than the bike. I used to, at around 2 to 3 weeks, we would have a chair behind me and I would touch the chair and stand back up. But now that I'm able to get more of a bend, it's just free range. I use the straps, hold on, and bend. From there, we have started going to the leg press machine right here. So laying on my back with just my surgical leg, it's my left leg. I have that up on the board and I am bending and straightening with a low weight. We have not increased that yet, but again, we're trying to get that knee bent as much as possible. After that, we head over just to railings and they put 2 boxes up. It's probably about 3 feet high. And all I do is I put my leg on top and let me see if I can demonstrate it here. All right, I put my leg, this is higher, my leg on top and I basically bend forward and then I put my ankle on and I try to push and straighten it out. And we do that for about 4 minutes. Again, bending my knee forward and straightening it out. That's also good for the muscles, which has been very helpful. From there, we switch those boxes out and we get a Bosu ball. So here's the picture here, the round part at the bottom, the platform on top. We start by having 1 foot back, 1 foot forward, and balancing on it for a minute. We then switch the feet, 1 foot back, 1 foot forward, and balance it for a minute. I then do just my right leg and balance. And then the tricky part is the left leg and balance. I do all of those for a minute each with my surgical leg alone and legs together. After that, we go over to the leg extension and pull machine. And I have been doing it both ways. So both putting my left leg only and pulling that weight down and straightening it. And to help straighten, once I get to the top, I'm using my right leg to help push that forward. And then the other way too, where my leg is bent and I'm using the weight and pushing it. So this machine, both ways. After that, I typically go to the table. I'm still using the platform to bend and straighten my knee, but with the other exercises, those are focusing on that bend a little bit more. But typically my physical therapist will come, put my knee in his arm, imagine this is my knee here, and he works on pushing it to bend it as much as possible. That helps get me a little bit more of a bend and a few more degrees, and then he'll straighten it flat on the table and start pushing down to get it straight. So that's just him physically working it to see if he can push it and straighten it more than I can do on my own. That's typically the routine. So we get the balance, we get the squats, the weights, all of that. Again, the focus right when you're out of surgery for the first few weeks and the first 2 months really is to get your extension and your flexion back. You want to be able to bend your knee as much as you can and straighten it and get that range of motion back, because that's what you lose right away. I still feel stiffness and swelling, so I'm still trying to work through that. I'm about 115 degrees now for my bend, so I'm working to get it to that 120 mark. And once we hit that milestone, that's when we're going to start doing more intense physical therapy. So really getting my muscle back. I'm walking no problem now. I don't have a limp unless I'm stiff. Usually if I stand up out of my seat, the first few steps are a little bit stiff, but Really, it's getting that movement as much as you can. I am sore after physical therapy. Obviously, you're really working a new joint, but it's a good sore. It means your muscles are working. So bike, squats, the press on the machine, extension and flexion, stretching, getting those muscles activated, also a calf stretch. I do that every day anyways, and balance. Those are the main things right now in the recovery. Those are my main exercises. We add and remove as we go. I'm heading into week 6 soon, so I'm interested to see what exercises we will add, but that's the gist of them. Leave it in the comments. Are you doing similar exercises at this point? I'm at 5 weeks again, so what are you doing? How are you feeling? Are there any exercises that you like that I should bring up to my therapist? Please take any of these too if they interest you, but I hope everyone is having a good recovery. And that's just a little insight into the exercises I'm doing to help my knee get back to where I want it to be.